Hi, boys and girls. We have a story today in Heritage Studies. You've been talking with your mom or your dad about winter, and this is a winter story with Miss Long in it, and it's called All Alone. Miss Long thought it was really cold in her room when she woke up. Then, when she looked over at her alarm clock, she was dismayed to find out it had stopped working. The power is out, she thought. No wonder it's so cold in here. Miss Long jumped out of her bed and quickly put on her warmest robe and slippers. When she looked out the window, she saw white snow everywhere. The bushes were covered, and the snow hung on each limb of every tree. Snow was swirling from the sky. It looked as if it might snow all day long. "Looks like I won't be going anywhere," said Miss Long. Miss Long started to hum. She loved it. She loved to be snowed in. The thought of a long, lazy day stretching out ahead of her, it kind of made her giggle. Sometimes she liked to be all alone. She put some logs in the fireplace and soon had a cozy fire burning. It didn't take long for her small house to be filled with warmth. Miss Long was glad that she had baked a loaf of bread the night before. She had cut a couple of pieces and spread them with some strawberry jam. Miss Long settled herself in front of the fire to enjoy her breakfast. Later, remembering her bird friends, she took a couple cupfuls of birdseed and tossed them onto the snow-covered porch. Soon the birds were enjoying this treat. She pretended to skate back into her bedroom and gathered up some of her favorite books and magazines that she had wanted to read, but needed some time alone to do it. She pulled a quilt from her bed and settled on the sofa so that she could enjoy this time alone by the fire. "Wow, this is nice. What a luxury," she said. When her eyes got tired from reading, she set her book on the coffee table, pulled the quilt up around her, and took a nap. When she woke up, it was 2 o'clock, and she heard the refrigerator humming. The power is back on! She was excited, because that meant donuts. Miss Long had always made homemade donuts when it snowed. Donuts took a lot of time to make, and there was plenty of time to make them on a snowy day. Miss Long busied herself all by herself in the kitchen, humming as she worked. Soon she had all the donuts rising near the fire. After they doubled in size, she heated oil in a large pan and began to cook. Oh my goodness, the smell of those cooking donuts! It almost was as good and as nice as the donuts were going to taste. Ding dong! Her doorbell rang. But you know what? Miss Long knew exactly who was at the door. Mr. and Mrs. Short, Miss Silent, and Marker E always joined her for fresh homemade donuts whenever it snowed and they had a snow day. She had had a wonderful day all by herself, but now she was ready to enjoy a snack and some time with her best friends. She went to the door. She opened it up and said, "Come on in. The donuts are ready." All right, so now I'm going to see who was listening. That's right. Here are my questions. So, how did Miss Long's room feel when she woke up? Do you remember? It was cold. Did you say it was cold? If you did, you were right. Why was Miss Long's room cold? Were you listening? Do you remember? Do you remember, Mr. Tebbens?
Electricity was off.
Did you hear him? The electricity was off. The power was off. Did did Miss Long like being all alone? She did. Sometimes it is nice to be all alone. Not for a long, long time, but for a little bit of time, it can be nice. Okay, think of this one. See if you remember, Mr. Tebbens. What did Miss Long eat? It was something she baked the night before, and she put something yummy on it. Anybody remember? Let's see if Mr. Tebbens remembers. He's in the kitchen. Mr. Tebbens, do you remember?
Bread?
Yep. And what'd she put on it?
I don't remember.
Shame on him for not remembering. Jam. She put jam on it. What did Miss Long bake for her friends on a snowy day? That's kind of an easy one, isn't it?
I know that one.
What's the answer, Mr. Tebbens?
Donuts.
You got it. What do you like to do on a snowy day? I like to snuggle in by the fire and read a book. What do you like to do, Mr. Tebbens?
I'd like to read a book as well.
Okay. What did Miss Long do all day? Do you remember all the things that she did? Well, we know she ate the bread and jam. And we know she snuggled in on the couch. She brought her quilt from her bed. What else did she bring from her bedroom? Books. If you said books, you're right. And then when her eyes got tired, what did she do? She took a nap. But now think back. What did she do before she snuggled in on the couch? She remembered some of her bird friends. Remember what she did? She spread some cupfuls of birdseed on her porch. Why do you think she did that? I think she did it because she's nice. She is a very nice lady, and she loves the birds. Okay, last question. Who rang her doorbell? Do you remember who it was? It was some of her best friends, and she was ready for some company because she had had a nice day all by herself, but now she was ready for her best friends to come over. Do you remember who they were?
Mr. and Mrs. Short.
Very good, Mr. Tebbens. Who else? Mr. and Mrs. Short and... I don't think he remembers the other two. Miss... He doesn't remember. Miss Silent and Marker...
Marker E.
Marker E. All right. I wonder if you got all those right. I think Mr. Tebbens did pretty good from listening from the kitchen. I hope you enjoyed the story. And now I think that you're going to do that paper. Oop, can't show you too long because that has the answers on it. Okay, you guys. Have a fun morning. I love you. Bye.